250,000, 3-year-olds a mile, grade 2, Tom Durkin.
And they're off. Devil Is Due is away well, best decorated, Al Sabine. Lure is away well toward the inside. On the far outside, Nines Wild with step out front. And as they scrimmage for the early lead, Devil Is Due puts ahead in front. Nines Wild right there on the outside. Now it's Nines Wild in front. Step out front, second by a neck. In between horses, Devil Is Due is third. And Lure holds his rail position. He's right up there with the lead. It's a length and a half. Back to best decorated, running along in fifth. Al Sabine pushed along to stay close in sixth. Another two back to Western Miner, who's put to the whip seventh, and a gap of 6 back to Federal Funds, who lags behind the field. And a sharp first quarter here in 22-1. Contentious early pace. Devil Is Due and Lure to his inside. Nines Wild, 4 wide, past the half-mile pole. Step out front, steadied a bit back and forth. And a sensational half-mile here. 43 4/5 seconds. Lure under intense pressure from Devil His Due, and they are really going at it now as they come toward the top of the stretch. Nines Wild working hard to stay close third. Step out front. Best decorated 5 lengths from the lead. He's put to the whip. Al Sabine is 6 toward the rail. It's Devil His Due in a real tussle here with Lure. They straighten away into the stretch. And on the outside, Devil His Due has taken a short lead. Lure is bravely battling back toward the inside. They're leg-weary but brave as they pass the 8th pole inseparably. Farther back, best decorated is third. It's still Lure and Devil Is Due slugging it out for the entire mile of the Gotham. And it's going to be a head bob. Here's the line, and it's a photo finish. Lure and Devil.
Naturally, there was a foul play.
Ready to go at this year's Breeders' Cup Mile. And they're off. Lotus Pool shows speed. Lure is right there from the inside in 49er days. And there goes Luthier Enchanteur to grab a lead under the line the first time. 3 of them now vying for the lead. It's Lure toward the inside now, grabs a short lead. On the outside, 49er days pressing. Luthier Enchanteur backs off. Arazi is up close, and he hugs the hedge, saving ground all the way. 4 Stars All-Star is running 5th in between horses. Paradise Creek is 6th and gaining ground on the outside. Exit to Nowhere is 7th, about 7 lengths from the lead. Thunder Region is 8th. Selkirk is 9th toward the inside. Lotus Pool is running in 10th. Then Cardoon and Bistro Garden. Brief Truce is 2nd to last, and the trailer is Val Dubois, 15 lengths from Lure, who blazes the way up the backstretch. He got an opening quarter in 22-4 and a come and get me half in 45-4. They're a half mile out and Lure leads the way. 49er days right there. Luthier Enchanteur on the outside. He's right there running in third. Arazi is only 2 lengths from the lead. As they enter the far turn, 4 Stars All-Star is right alongside Arazi. Then it's Paradise Creek and Selkirk, who's in behind a wall of horses. Exit to Nowhere's in cramped quarters, but they have to catch Lure as they turn for home. He spurts away from the field by 4. Luthier Enchanteur is now running second, 49er days. Arazi does not have it. Paradise Creek on the outside. Lure running a huge race this afternoon. He's in front by 4. Brief Truce is coming fast, but he's coming too late. Lure does it in front running style. He won by 3. Paradise Creek second, followed by Brief Truce. They couldn't get him. He just laid down fantastic fractions. And look at this time. He destroyed the track record. 1 minute 32 4/5 seconds. What an effort by Lure.
Lure, of course, the favorite, the Claiborne Farm Yellow. He'll be challenged by the second choice Star of Cozine. Let's pick up the call with Tom Durkin.
And they're off. Lure broke alertly. And Jacksonport is hustled away from the gate. And Solar Splendor flashing early speed today. And those 3 move for the first turn. Solar Splendor on the outside now is out to take a short lead. And Mike Smith will concede the lead to Solar Splendor, and Lure runs along second on the outside. And Jacksonport is saving ground toward the rail. Star of Cozine is running 4th between horses. Al Karnak is moving eagerly on the outside. He's now 4th. Star of Cozine 5th. Spectacular Tide nestled neatly at the inside. But Mio Robertino Binary Light will be the early trailer. The opening quarter went in 23 3/5 seconds now, and they're moving up the backstretch. And the leader is Solar Splendor. And the big favorite, Lure, is right alongside, moving with him stride for stride. Al Karnak is moving early, and aggressively. He's 3rd now on the outside. Star of Cozine is up close to the pace. He's only 2 lengths from the front.
And Jackson Ford is down inside, now back running in 5th. Spectacular Todd is moving smoothly in 6th position, while in between horses, Mio Robertino's on the outside, second to last, but only 5 from the front. And Binary Light is the trailer. The half in 48 1/5 seconds. They're moving into the far turn now. There's less than a half mile left. Solar Splendor and Lure on the outside. And those two are still 1-2. And Star of Cozine is just off the lead, running 3rd. Al Karnak is 4th, moving toward the top of the stretch now. And Lure has a short lead, turning for home and $1 million bonus. Lure in front by a head, but Solar Splendor giving him a tussle as they turn for home. And just in behind, it's Star of Cozine. They're coming to the final furlong. And now Mike Smith asking Lure for more. And Lure has the lead by a length. Star of Cozine runs at him from the outside. Lure and Star of Cozine driving to the wire together, and Star of Cozine will deprive Lure of $1 million bonus.
Team Valor Star of Cozine catches Lure in the stretch to take away the $1 million bonus opportunity. Star of Cozine, ridden by Jose Santos, replacing the injured Gary Stevens, trained by young Mark Hennig. And Tom Dawson was there to ask Mark about Star of Cozine getting now national exposure. Horse, Little Bro Lantis, a $12,500 claimer. This South Dakota bred has won 5 races.
The feature was on the grass. The $100,000 added. Grade 3 Daryl's Joy at 1 1/16 on the main turf. The 1-5 favorite in the famed Claiborne Orange Silks was Lure, ridden by Mike Smith.
Around the far turn, Blacksburg is still the leader, trying to pull the upset here. Flying American running second, 4-Star Davis third, and now Mike Smith making his move with Lure on the outside. 3 lengths for the lead. Turning for home, Blacksburg still there. 4-Star Dave in with a very good chance. Lure is coming hard on the outside, and the field turns for home, and here comes Lure to grab the lead in mid-stretch. 4-Star Dave is battling in second. Blacksburg is giving it up, and inside the 8th pole, Lure hand-ridden, and Lure opening up. No challenge from 4-Star Dave as Lure goes on to win it here from off the pace today, and he won by 3.
Claiborne Farms homebred Lure gets back to the winner's circle, and with the $71,000 plus win check, pushed his career earnings over $1.3 million. The 4-year-old son of Danzig, Lure is trained for Claiborne by Shug McGahee, ridden by Mike Smith.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Flawlessly broke well. Ski Paradise is there with 4 Stars All-Star. Paradise Creek is in among horses, and Lure a bit wide as they head onto the first turn. Under the line the first time, and a charge, a crush of horses moving for the first turn. And Lure is caught 5 wide into the turn. Ski Paradise benefits from her inside post position now, and she goes wide and took many of them with her. Also going wide there was Barathea. The field rounding the turn now after an eventful move into the turn. Lure was taken wide, but now he goes on to take the lead. Ski Paradise, who was the culprit, is now back running in second. 4 Stars All-Star is third. Paradise Creek 4th. On the outside, Leck running in 5th. Flawlessly is now 6th. Wolfhound 7th, followed by his mate Catrail is moving up. Barathea moves through an opening toward the inside. Big Stone is being helped along with the half-mile to run now. Then it's Two Sows near the back of the pack and in behind horses, followed by Buckar and Johann Quatz. The half, a grueling 45-4, and Lure is trying to go it on the lead again. It's Lure the leader, pressured by 4 Stars All-Star. Ski Paradise is now dropped back into 3rd, and then it's Barathea who's now 4th in between horses. Paradise Creek on the outside is running in 5th. Big Stone looking for a big run now, and he's threading his way through between horses, but Lure looking for a repeat win in the mile. The leader a length and a half with a furlong from the line. Ski Paradise is resurgent again. 4 Stars All-Star. Big Stone is flattened out, and they're coming down to the line, and it will be Lure once again overcoming trouble on the first turn, and he goes on to a clear-cut and decisive repeat victory in the mile. And Mike Smith is pumped up, and why not? He does it again with Lure.
Horses to possibly upset. One of them certainly the name's Jimmy with Eddie De La Houssaye at 9-1. Number 5, another big price for Dom Perignon, and they'll be cracking those bottles out if he could get the job done in this race. The legitimate contender for Lure is Paradise Creek. He's tried him several times unsuccessfully, but Pat Day will try again today at 3-1. And number 7 with Kent DeSormo, Yukon Robbery at 25-1. This was the call of the early times by Tom Durkin.
And the final horse, Yukon Robbery, is moving into the starting gate. And they're off. And Lure breaks alertly right from between horses, and he's up and after the early lead. And there goes the name's Jimmy, and the name's Jimmy now assumes command as they passes for the first time, and Mike Smith will concede the lead early with Lure. He's taking him back to the inside. On the outside, Yukon Robbery is up, running in third position. Now he edges into second, Lure running in third, and Paradise Creek moving comfortably in the early going is fourth. Then a break of 3 lengths back to Memento Mori. Dom Perignon is alongside him. 5 lengths back to stretch running at a hawk. Around the first turn, and the name's Jimmy slips away from the field now by 4 lengths. But Smith is still content to run along in second position with Lure. On the outside, Yukon Robbery runs in third. Then it's another 3 to Patient Pat Day and his mount, which is Paradise Creek. And there's a break of 5 lengths back to Dom Perignon, who's followed by Memento Mori. Adahawk is still at the back of the pack. The half went in 47 seconds flat, and they're moving midday down the backstretch. And the name's Jimmy trying to steal it on the front end. He still leads by 2.5 lengths. Yukon Robbery has Lure pinned down inside. Into the far turn, the name's Jimmy leads by 2 with 3 furlongs to run. Lure is still second on the inside. On the outside, Yukon Robbery still has Lure hemmed in. Then farther back, it's Paradise Creek, and he's revving up now. And Pat Day sends him on the outside, and they're rounding the far turn. The name's Jimmy is trying to go wire to wire here. Yukon Robbery. Lure has had nowhere to run yet, and he's down toward the inside. There's a narrow opening for Lure. Paradise Creek is coming on the outside, and Mike Smith sends Lure to the lead from the hedge. It's Lure in front now by a neck, but Paradise Creek trying to pull an upset up, and he's got the lead with the furlong to run. And Paradise Creek is blowing by Lure, and Lure will not repeat today. It is going to be Paradise Creek, and he's going to be a runaway winner. He wins by 5 expanding lengths. Lure finishing second today, and Yukon Robbery was third.
That's the master of Churchill Downs, Pat Day, on Paradise Creek. That was Pat's third winner of the day. Paradise Creek had lost 4 straight times to Lure before this victory this afternoon. And 1 to 5, that was a story, too. I'll tell you more about that. Astadio, the 1 horse at 15. Memento Mori at 21, a big price. Here is Lure, the favorite, despite losing in Louisville, at 1 to 2 with Mike Smith. Dancing Douglas was scratch. Then it was Paradise Creek at 6 to 5, second choice with Hall of Fame rider Pat Day. Binary Light at 25, and Scratch 4 stars, all stars. So 5 to run in the early times. Dixie, Tom Durkin has the call.
And they're off. And Lure stumbled coming away from the starting gate. He got off to a very awkward beginning. Astadio came away swiftly, and he's got the early lead. And there's Paradise Creek on the outside. No one's really anxious for the lead, so Lure will come on through, and he's got a short lead as they move by us for the first time. Lure on the outside, Astadio toward the inside, and they're both in no hurry yet. Paradise Creek sitting off the early pace. Memento Mori is a headstrong horse, and he's fourth at the inside. Binary Light is a close fifth, and behind a slow pace. They were dawdling along in 24 and 2 in the opening quarter. They're moving around the first turn and heading for the backstretch now. Astadio in front by a length. On the outside, Lure right there, prompting second. Memento Mori under a snug hold third. Paradise Creek is right there, moving smoothly, 2 lengths from the lead. Binary Light is at the back of the pack. A pokey pace here, 48 and 4. And now Smith takes the initiative with Lure on the outside. Astadio counters to come back. Astadio by a head. Lure is right there with him. And in perfect striking position, Paradise Creek looms a threatening third on the outside. Memento Mori is fourth toward the rail. Binary Light continues to trail the field, but he's only 3.5 lengths from the lead. Astadio short lead. Lure right there with them. Lure on the outside, taking the lead now. Midway around the far turn, it's Lure in front by a neck. Astadio second, and Paradise Creek and Pat Day are poised on the outside for the stretch drive. Off the turn and into the stretch. Lure a bit wide. Paradise Creek is coming with his charge on the outside. Astadio is there toward the rail. A furlong from the wire. Lure under a drive now. Paradise Creek confronts his arch rival in mid-stretch, and these two striding together. It's Paradise Creek who forges to a short lead, and he forges past Lure to win the early times Dixie by 3/4 of a length. Lure was second best this afternoon again.
Paradise Creek now a
Here are the 5 competitors. Lure on the rail under Mike Smith. Astadio, Marco Bay with Victor Molina. We move on, Star of Cozine only made 1 other start this year at 8 to 5 with Jose Santos. And We Some is the number 5 horse with Richard Castillo. Let's get the call now from the CBS telecast of the Caesars International with announcer Larry Letterman.
And they're off. in the 1994 Caesars International. Lure at the inside answered the bell quickly. Astudillo is alongside. Marco Bay, 4 stars all-star, Star of Cozy, content to trail last. As they come by the Atlantic City stands the first time, and they're not going at a fast clip. And Lure is trying to walk him early, leading it ahead. On the outside, the Emerald Isle bred Astudillo trying to keep him honest. A length and a half to Marco Bay. Then we break off another 2 right at the hedge as 4 stars all-star, and Star of Cozine is 6 lengths from Lure as they go on around the first turn. They went the quarter in a methodical 23 4/5. And they continue around the turn and trying to put another jewel in his crown. It's Lure on the lead, 3/4 of a length. Astudillo on the outside, stalks in second. Up close in third is Marco Bay. Then it's 4 stars all-star and an unhurried Star of Cozine. They went a half in 47 3, a controlled half. And Lure is the benefit of all this, leading at 3/4 of a length. And there's a wedge on the hedge from Marco Bay, who's coming up to challenge Lure. Astudillo is faded slightly in third. 4 stars all-stars picked it up at the inside and now needs room. Star of Cozine is yet to put in his best run. They went 3/4 in 10 2, and the pace has markedly moved. On the inside, Marco Bay. Lure on the outside, still under a rating hold. Here comes 4 stars all-star in between them, and with a sudden thrust, 4 stars all-stars grab the lead. Lure on the outside is going to have to do better. Marco Bay at the hedge. Star of Cozine is 3 1/2 back and is not firing. It's not his day. They come inside the last 1/8 of a mile. 4 stars all-star after everything. Lure on the outside won't give it up. One's defiant and one's relentless. It's Lure and 4 stars all-star, and it looks like Lure has gotten there in the last couple of strides.
If you've ever wondered what someone meant when they said a thoroughbred had heart, here's as good a definition as you'll ever get. First, Lure and jockey Mike Smith jump shadows entering the backstretch and lose the lead to 4 stars all-stars. But then dig down deep to fight back through the stretch, just getting up by a whisker over 4 stars all-stars, the only American horse to ever win a European Classic. According to Claiborne Farms' Seth Hancock and conditioner Shug McGahee, should Lure train well, he will definitely get to try his luck across the ocean next month in Great Britain's Sussex Stakes.
They are in the gate. And they're off. Lure and 4-star Dave break alertly. Astudillo is in between them. They're moving by us for the first time, and it will be Astudillo who gets to the early lead. No one's really anxious for it. 4-star Dave protecting his position at the inside. He pokes ahead in front, and Lure has been taken back into third. He's going to do his early running from off the pace. Paradise Creek right up there in behind the lead, and Binary Light is the early trailer. 4-star Dave is the pacemaker, loping along in front by length, but now Lure is on the attack as they make their way to the backstretch. The first quarter was a soft 24 3/5 seconds. An easy opening quarter for the old boy. 4-star Dave, the leader, into the backstretch. But now Lure is applying the pressure, and Pat Day has wheeled Paradise Creek to the outside for a clear run. Astudillo is running in 4th position. Binary Light is the trailer. The half in 48 1/5 seconds. And it's 4-star Dave, the leader down the backstretch by a half length. Lure is just off his flank. Paradise Creek, a menacing presence, just off the lead on the outside. Then toward the inside, Astudillo, and farther back, Binary Light. The field hits the far turn, and it's still 4-star Dave holding on to the lead. But Lure's been in no hurry to go by. But the cadence is quickening now as they approach the top of the stretch. Paradise Creek poised and powerful on the outside third, and they're coming to the top of the stretch now, and Lure will have to tussle with the Saratoga legend 4-star Dave. Paradise Creek is in full flight on the outside, coming to mid-stretch. 4-star Dave digs down. Lure too much has ahead in front. Paradise Creek is full tilt down the center of the course. Lure, Mike Smith asking him for everything he has, and he's giving it to him. Lure holding on to defeat his arch rival, Paradise Creek, and Smith with a salute of victory. 4-star Dave was third. Number 4 is Lure, owned by Claiborne Farm. And Mrs. William Hagan Perry, trained by Shug McGahee, ridden by Mike Smith. The time for the race, 1:46.10. Ready for the start of the 11th Breeders' Cup Mile. They are off. Lure broke cleanly on the outside. Ocean Crest, and on the inside, Unfinished Symph got out best of them all. And Dominant Prospect is flashing early speed. Megan's Interco on the outside. As they race for the first turn, it's Dominant Prospect and Unfinished Symph to his inside. Those two going into the turn together. Ocean Crest had some trouble in behind Ski Paradise on the turn, making their way toward the backstretch. The quarter went in 23 1/5 seconds. Dominant Prospect sharing the lead with Unfinished Symph. Megan's Interco gets off to a good beginning right there third. Barathea is restrained in fourth position, and Lure settling in 5 lengths from the lead. Ski Paradise in and among horses. Distant View moving up a few spots toward the inside. The Daughter of Miesk, East of the Moon, is now running 8th, 6 lengths from the lead. Then it's Alice Springs and Big Stone. Then the farther back, Mist Flight. Ocean Crest is at the back of the pack with Blues Traveler and Johann Quatz. The half in 46 1/5 seconds. Dominant Prospect is still dueling with Unfinished Symph as they move round the far turn. Megan's Interco is in a perfect striking position. Barathea is right there to his inside. On the outside, it's Lure poised for his three-peat as the field turns for home. Distant View is now running in 6. Lure's got a lot to do as they come to the final furlong. Unfinished Symph is the leader, and here comes Barathea uncorking his run now. It's Barathea who takes the lead in mid-stretch, and with an explosive rally runs right by Unfinished Symph. Johann Quatz is there, and Megan's Interco. Lure will finish well behind today as Barathea goes on to a clear-cut and decisive victory, and it is close for the runner-up spot here between Johann Quatz and Unfinished Symph. Barathea and jockey Frankie Dettori, they had a very good trip today, and the trip is the thing in a mile on the turf.